What's up guys, Shane here, Fugatech 3D Printing, and today we're finally going to go ahead and check out the February Maker Box. So welcome back guys. Again, we're going to look at the February Maker Box. If you're not familiar with the Maker Box service, what it is you subscribe to their membership, as they call it now, and they send you a supply of sample filaments every month on like clockwork, except it takes me a while to do the video sometimes. And if you get the monthly box, you get 4 samples. If you get the semi-monthly box or bi-monthly box, you get 8 samples. And that is mainly geared for the international customers because shipping internationally costs so much more. So receiving the box once every 2 months reduces the cost to you as the consumer, which is really a great idea. So I applaud them for looking into options like that, and they listen to the community. And that's, a result they came with. If you want to get Maker Box, there'll be links down below. I have a 15% off coupon for you guys for your first Maker Box. Go ahead and use that. And for every extra person that subscribes to the Maker Box, it helps out me. I can end up getting the box for free. I got a 50% discount 2 months ago, I think it was, or 1 month ago, something like that. So thank you guys for using the code. Again, coupon's down below. Let's dive into the box. All right. Oh, very cool. So we've got a Maker Box sticker. That's cool. And a little guy. If I should know what this is for some internet sensation. Whoops. But that's kind of cool. Stickers. I like stickers. Stickers are cool. All right. 4 filaments. Ooh. And we've got some awesome colors going here. Let's check it out. Okay. Okay, so the very first one is Biome3D by 3D Fuel. All right. And this is I almost want to call this like a pastel yellow, like an Easter yellow, something you would see for that. Let's see, the print settings, hot temperature 180 to 210. Okay, so it's about low temp PLA. Bed temperature 0 to 50 C. Speed 40 to 75 millimeters per second. Info, a plant-based plastic, PLA, that has silky textured finish. Similar print settings to PLA. Alright, and it does feel really smooth. And for 1.75, it looks thin. I assume it is there, but yeah, it is very, very smooth filament. That's cool. And let's see, we get a $5 off your purchase with the coupon on the makerbox.me store website. So that's cool. I like that color. That's really nice. And this heavy, heavy bag is something that I've always wanted to try out. This is Bronzefill from ColorFabb, and it literally weighs twice what any of these other weigh. So I wonder how they got away with this, because normally I believe they give you a 50-gram sample. There's a lot more than 50 grams here. Let me tell you that right now. So congrats to you guys for doing that. Let's take a look at the settings here. Hot end temperature 195 to 220. Bed temperature 50 to 60 C. Speed 40 to 100 millimeters per second. You can print really fast with this, surprisingly. Info, an abrasive material that contains bronze powder that can be sanded and polished. So, and if you use the coupon code, you get $5 off your purchase with that. This is just the coolest stuff ever. It is so expensive, though, to buy it, and it feels so rough. Now, this is an abrasive filament. If you've never used an abrasive filament before, you need to be aware of the ramifications for doing so. If you're using a standard brass nozzle, you will ream your nozzle out. I don't know if there's an exact formula or exact amount of, if you print this many meters in an abrasive filament, this will be the result, or you're going to ream it out this much. I really don't think there is one. You can print with a brass nozzle. Don't get me wrong there. You can do that. But you are going to wear it out, and probably by the time you're done printing, 1 or 2 prints with this, that 0.4 is going to be a 0.5 or 0.6. Now, to counteract that, you're going to want to pick up a hardened nozzle from a company like Micro Swiss. So I have a nozzle from my old MK8 setup on the G-Tech, and I was doing some research today, and that nozzle has the exact same threading as the E3D clone, which is an M6 thread. So I can reuse that nozzle on my E3D clone, and I can be able to print this abrasive stuff yet again. So, super excited about this, like super. I'm going to put that other nozzle on soon, and we'll get this printed. Alright, so now we've got a super dark navy blue, which is MG94 from Coex. Never heard of them before. All right, hot end temperatures 235 to 245. Bed temperature 75 to 95 C. Okay, speed 40 to 60. Here you go. High performance ABS with less warpage and is more ideal for smaller nozzle sizes. And of course, the $5 coupon. Now that is interesting. I'm gonna have to go on their website and see what they mean. If my 0.4 will be okay to print this well. I know some wood filaments have a hard time with smaller nozzles, like a 0.4 or lower. You have to usually print those with the point, some work 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, and etc. And it's ABS. So I also want to see how it does with temperatures because I don't have the plexiglass yet for the FT5. And close the printer yet. And yet is the key word. So we're gonna look into that. But this will be fun to print with. Again, I like that blue. And we have a super nice looking pink. This is a just PLA from Mon0Filament Direct. Okay, never heard of them either. Print settings, 190 to 220 C. Bed temperature, 0 to 50. Speed, 40 to 70 millimeters per second. Info, a low-cost PLA with good print quality. Uses typical PLA settings. Now, it's interesting to see a standard PLA come in the maker box simply because they don't do standard filaments. They go for the exotic filaments, the ones that you would hardly ever buy unless you got a filament to try it out to see if you actually liked it. So, you know, high temperature PLAs, high strength PLAs, the Raptor PLA from Maker Geeks even, this bronze stuff, different types of ABS that aren't the normal standard PLA, standard ABS, standard PETG. So this is interesting to see. Oh, and I forgot, sorry, it's a $5 off coupon again with this one. So this will all be really cool, fun stuff to do my maker coin in. Let's get to it. Now for what matters most, the results. All right, up first we have the Mon0Filament Direct Pink PLA, which printed like any normal standard PLA without issue. I had a little bit of orange left in my nozzle when it started the first layer, so they had to finish getting that out. I thought I purged it properly, but apparently I didn't. Anyways, you can see it did have the standard, there's actually a little bit of support left in there, the standard issue with going over support, but it did better. I did learn a little bit how to do my support better, which was to add a few top dense support layers in Zipify 3D, which actually made these work out much better. But even on here on the sides, there's always that issue with PLA. I just can't cool it fast enough or have enough support in there to, you know, get that sorted out. But bottom layer was good. Top layer, really nice top layer on this, and no stringing whatsoever. This turned out really well. This was printed at 210, 20% infill like I do for all my models, 2 perimeters, 60 C bed. Even though it recommends between 0 and 50, I always do PLA at 60 on BuildTech, and it had no problem whatsoever. Okay, so from 3D Fuel, we have the Biome3D Yellow, and this yellow is fantastic. I mean, you can see just the color range on this. It's just excellent color, so I really do like that. It's sturdy. Let's look at the bottom here. See the bridgings over the support, not so great. I was a little far away at first, but then I was able to sort that out some. This one I did have to print, I think like 2-3 times. I couldn't get it to stick on anything, so I ended up switching to glass for this, where the PLA was printed on BuildTech. This would not stick for me, so I switched to glass with the glue, and then it finally stuck. And here again, it didn't do these overhangs too well. So you can see here as well on the overhangs of the cogs, there was that. I did have Z-banding in this one. I didn't really see Z-banding in the PLA print. This was both were printed on my G-Tech back-to-back pretty much, and there was a little bit of Z-banding in this one. But top layers, really nice. Again, no stringing. This was also printed at 210. Even though that was the high end, I figured I would just start there, and again, it just came out really nice. So not too bad. I would like to try out this for some bigger prints and other things as well. Okay, MG94 by Coex, and this seems to be like a dark navy blue, we'll call it. Now this is a high performance ABS, and I don't normally print ABS, so I had to throw the sides on the front and on the front panels of the Fugatech FT5, which this was printed on, and give it a shot. The first 2 times I was over extruding quite a bit. You really have to turn down your extrusion multiplier for this filament. It is just crazy extrusion. I mean, absolutely crazy amounts coming out. So I ended up doing a 0.8 and then I pulled back my flow to 60 of 100 in order to get this to extrude properly. So you can see the bottom, it's just, it looks like this because it was printed on build tack, and it was really hard to get off once I got it off. But you can see here it had issues over the support as usual. Actually, part of this started coming away, the bottom layer. And it almost looked like it was under extruded in here, but I tell you, it was the only way to get those first few layers to actually look decent. But then after that, all the layers look just fine going up. And in the top we did have some holes. And now if you listen to this, there's not much force needed. I'm not pushing very hard. It just cracked. There's two perimeters. So I don't know if I printed this incorrectly. I printed it the best way as I knew with the enclosure, 90C bed, 240 on the hot end, which was right smack in the middle of their 235 to 245 range. And I did the 90C bed simply because, again, that was pretty close to the middle. Middle would have been 85, would have been the middle of their range. I figured 90 would do well since it's ABS type material. So I mean, it just didn't work out very well. So I was really disappointed with this material. And again, this is probably another reason why I just don't use ABS type filaments, because they are hard to print with and they don't come out very well unless you really have them dialed in. And sadly, with MakerBox samples, you do not have that luxury. And lastly, as you can see here, this one did not finish. This is the Bronzefill from ColorFabb. I was so excited to get this filament. I mean, I was like a little child. Now it is, I mean, you can hear it versus a PLA. Hear that, how it sounds hollow? This thing is legit metal here. But you can see here I took off some of the support. It did do pretty well there. Had some issues out here, which was kind of to be expected, and there's a lot of issues here with some of the support material. I just did not like anything. Bottom layers were okay. Sidewalls started going much better once I got the print going, but all of a sudden the G-Tech stopped. I don't know why. It just stopped, and it stopped right here. You can see right here's where the nozzle decided to take a break. I don't know why, but this was my third attempt to get this going properly. So I had to give up, and I was like, I can't give up. I can't make this be my model because I was so excited for this filament. So I had to try a different model. And the model I used was this little Rook chest piece. And it has some heft to it, I have to say. I had to put it on the scale, but bottom layer was great. The walls in this twist just came out really well. Bridging across the bottom there didn't do too hot, even though I had part cooling fan on. Under here it struggled a little bit. As you can see there, it could just be the angle of it, but top layers, really nice top layers. Again, the walls nice and smooth, and this was on the G-Tech. I just can't get over how nice this ended up coming out. I would love ColorFabb to hook me up with a full spool of this so I could print like a whole set or something like that. Now, this is a polishable material, so or you can sand it and polish it, and I might do that in another video, but I'm not going to for this just because I don't have the time right now. But this was just a super awesome filament, and I would love to do some more testing with it just because, I mean, you're literally printing with metal material. Like, it's not full metal. It's a mixture, and I don't know what the percentage is of PLA to the metal dust. It's probably like 60-40 or 70-30, somewhere around that. But, I mean, listen to that. That is a metal chest piece right there. It's awesome. So I mean, for end all results, the Biome3D and the PLA printed basically perfectly fine. Again, I did have some adhesion issues with this, so I had to print it with a glue stick on plain glass bed. It would not stick to the build tack or the print and Z plate whatsoever. So I had to ditch that. And again, for some reason, my printer decided to stop on this. I don't know why. That's a disappointment, but I did get at least one good print out of it just so I could show you guys something cool. And this MG94, not impressed. It also weighs like nothing. It sounds hollow even though it is the same 20% infill as the PLA, the same two perimeters, and if you look at the time lapse, the infill went down just fine as it should have. I'm just unsure what is so special about this filament, and again, I probably printed wrong with it because nowadays getting bad filament doesn't really happen unless it was mis-extruded or is the wrong diameter, but like just having like bogus filament nowadays doesn't happen too much. So I'm not really sure what happened with this, but either way, I'm not impressed. Okay guys, so that is my unboxing review of the filaments that come in the February maker box. Again, you can go down below in the video description to makerbox.me. You can subscribe to their service. On their website, you can get a 10% discount, but with my discount code down below, you get your first month at a 15% discount. So, I mean, you can't scoff another extra 5%, there's a couple extra bucks in your pocket. So if you want to subscribe to that service, go down below for the links and the coupon code, and please join in. MakerBox also is still running their 1-year anniversary giveaway contest deal, so that information is going to be down in the video description. Go ahead and check that out. You have the chance to win a 3D printer, and they have a long list, and it actually keeps growing, of their runner-up prizes. So I'm definitely in that, and you guys should be too, because I mean, if somebody's giving away free stuff, you gotta enter. There's no reason not to. So thanks for watching guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this style of video, if you enjoyed my MakerBox unboxing review of the filaments, please give this video a thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. Let me know what I can do different down below. Again, I really do this so you guys can see what comes in this box. If you have any questions on any of the settings, please let me know. I try to share as much information as I can with you to give you a preview of what could happen. I also know a lot of people that are actually sitting on boxes, and they've been hitting me up all the time like, hey, do you have your settings from this print from God knows when, like July or August of last year? Guess what? I still have that, and I have the videos to show you guys as well. So I hope you enjoy all that. Want to support the channel? Lots of ways to do it. You can subscribe down below. You can go ahead and hit me up on Patreon. Donate me $1 or more. I greatly appreciate it. All my current Patreons, thank you for your support. That really has come a long way since when I first started. I've already passed my first goal, looking for the second goal, and the second goal actually includes a giveaway to my Patreons. So go ahead and check that out. Down below, there's a bunch of affiliate links that cost no money to you whatsoever, totally free for you to use. You just update your bookmarks or do your shopping with those links, and a little bit percentage of what you purchase comes to me to help out the channel, which is always helpful. It helps out getting all the gear that I use here. So thanks for watching guys, and as always, happy printing.